Good morning, students. So today we are going to discuss about raster data model. So before going to discuss about this raster data model, let us recall what we have discussed in the previous class. Okay. See, in a spatial data, it is divided into vector data model and raster data model. Generally, these two, vector data and raster data, represents the geological spatial location of a particular place or particular point. So, in vector data model, generally the geological spatial location it is represented in terms of points, lines, and polygons. Coming to the raster data model, it is represented in terms of rows and columns, or we can say grids or pixels, or we can also say cells. Okay, coming to the vector data model, generally it will be having two models. First one is a spaghetti model, and second one is a topological model. See, what is the difference between this spaghetti model and topological model? In the spaghetti model, the boundaries of a area will not share the information of adjacent boundaries. See, for example, there are two different boundaries are there. These boundaries and these boundaries will not share the information between these two. This is an example for spaghetti model. Okay. For example, if you take two boundaries here, means this one is a different area 1, this one is the area 2. These two are different areas, but coming to here, in between these two there is a common boundaries, there is a common coordinates between these two. So in topological model, see here the coordinates will share the information. Here some coordinates are there in between, so these two coordinates are sharing the information between these two areas. That is a main difference between spaghetti model and topological model. So here boundaries will not share the information, here the boundaries will share the information or the coordinates. Okay, so see how the vector represents and how the raster represents the geological spatial location. See, in vector data model, the point, for every point it will be having some coordinates, some x and y coordinates. Okay, for example, in lines is nothing but it is a combination of 2 points. For every point it will be having some different coordinates, some x1 y1 x2 y2. For example, if we take polygon, so actually it is a regular area. Generally you can have irregular shape boundaries also. This one also we can say polygon. Okay, and this one also, every corner it will be having some boundaries and it will be having some x and y coordinate value. What it means, x and y means, in practically, for example, if you want to locate one place or one house or residential building, so for that it will be having some coordinates x and y. In mathematically we can say it is a coordinates. Coming to the GIS terminology, we can calling it as a longitude and latitudes. So this one is the latitude and longitude. Okay, for a, in a vector the point represented like x and y, something like this. Coming to the raster, the point it is represented in terms of square box. means it is a 1 centimeter or 1 mm to 1 mm, something like that it will be represented. Coming to the polygon also, it will be having some different coordinates. Okay, something like that, x1 y1 x2 y2, something like that we will having the different coordinates, and this it is represented in terms of vector. Now this one is a raster. See, these all are, we can say, grids or cells, or we can say pixel. This is a 1 pixel, 1 2 3 4 4 pixels, something like we will generally look at the geological spatial information. See, raster data model. Already we know that this raster data is represented in terms of rows and columns, or you can say pixels and grids. Okay, see, a raster represents a continuous surface. What it means, see, this is a vector form and this is the raster form. Okay, here the statement is there, it is a continuous surface, means in a pixel, for every point or every coordinate, it will be having some adjacent pixels, something like that. In a vector it is represented a line like this, and vector it is represented, it is like a square boxes. So this is nothing but the continuous surface representation of a line. Okay, see, generally it is about raster. And coming to the next points today we are going to discuss is element of a raster data model. See, there are four elements are there. First one is a cell value, cell size, raster bands, and spatial reference. Okay, so first look at the cell value. What is mean by cell value? See, each cell in a raster carries a value which represents the characteristic. See, already we have discussed in the class also, for every point, it will be having some x and y. See, these points means what, these points are represented in real life. Example is like electrical poles, trees, and wells. These all are represented, or a tip of mountain. These all are represented by means of a point. Or for example, say if a residential building is there, that also represented in terms of points. Means for a particular point, it will be having some characteristics. So in raster data also, this is nothing but this one, we are represented in terms of a grid. So for a particular location or a particular point, it will be having some characteristics. What are the characteristics? Means it is about electrical poles, it may be a tree, it may be a wells, or it will be a residential buildings, or is there any other soil characteristics are existing, that comes under the cell value. It will represent the spatial phenomena at the location denoted by the rows and columns. This is nothing but this. Okay, cell value is nothing but it is a single point, or it can say multiple points, which represents the characteristics of a particular phenomena. Phenomena is nothing but it is a place, or it is a geological spatial location. Next one is a cell size. See, which determines the resolution of the raster data model. Means the image which is available for us, it is mainly depends upon the cell size. If the cell size is less, then the image appearing for us is more accurate and it will give some more accurate information. When will gives the accurate and more details of a particular point means when it will be having the cell size is very less. Cell size is nothing but, see students, this is a one cell. For example, I am having it as a 10 meter, and next one we are having, for example I am telling this is a 5 meter and this is a 5 meter, and next one you can say this is a 1 meter and this is the 1 meter. So this one gives the less cell size will gives the accurate information of a geological spatial location of a particular point. Okay, next one is the raster bands. These raster bands are maybe it may be a single or multiple bonds. See, these all are, we can say, is the bonds of a raster data model. See, last one of this is the last element of a raster data model. This is nothing but spatial reference. Okay, observe the figure here. What is meant by spatial reference? Spatial reference, this is the spatial point of a particular location, and I am taking this as a reference. This value is this one 500 and this one is a y value. This is nothing but x and y. Okay, I am taking this as a spatial reference for these boundaries. For example, this one is a one grid. Okay, this is a spatial reference points. If we if you observe here x and y, here x and y, and here x and y. See, as compared to this x and y, these x and y values are somewhat different. They are changing slightly. If you observe here y values and x values, these are changing. Means that is the reason why raster data will not give the accurate geological information, whereas the vector data model will gives the accurate information. Why? In the vector data model it will be having only points, so it will give directly this longitude and latitude values, this coordinate values. And coming to the raster data, it will be having some grid. These grid have different size. Depend upon the size, these coordinates will be changed, and this information also changes. That is the reason why this raster data will not give the accurate location. So what are the elements of the raster data? First one, we are having the cell value, cell size, raster bands, and last one is the spatial reference. These are the elements of the raster data. I will give one PDF to you. So in that below of this example you will be having 30 meter. See, this one is a 30 meter cell. Next you will be having 10 meters, 3 meters. See how the image is changing by decreasing the cell size. As the cell size is decreasing, you will be getting a clear information regarding earth features. So observe in PDF, I'll send you. Okay, thank you students.